getting things set up here. I am well. It's spring. Life is good. It's time to have some movement again. It's been a very hard winter, but we made it out of here. Today I am going to hopefully get some quality work done. How are you? How's your day been so far? Let's see. This, no, it doesn't need to be open anymore. I can throw this into the side, and then electron. Oh, you're just learning how to code? That's awesome. What kind? Well, the first thing I'd ask is, what's the reason why you want to start coding? Like, what makes you want to code? Very weird. Bored of video games, I find program gives a similar Adobe, but it's actually fun. Yeah, I think coding does give a certain similar dopamine effect. I feel that when you figure out the problem or you whatever like problem thing you're stuck on, it feels amazing. You feel like a super genius, similar to like overcoming some type of skill in like a game. For me, the way I started coding, I've been coding since 2016, so about 9 years, I think. I used to work as a software engineer, and right now I'm kind of doing my own thing slash contracting. But I'm building an app right now, and the way I got into it was I did a lot of uh, web development. So everything that I'm doing right now is basically just JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. That's like the only things that I'm like particularly really focused on. And I think if a lot of people like starting off with like JavaScript, I think is a great way to get into coding because I think everybody has used a website or and you can use JavaScript for every single website. I think just getting something on the internet working and seeing it come to life is pretty amazing and cool. Like, especially because we've been consuming. Yeah, I think starting with JavaScript is really solid. Like, I think it's like good to think about the things that you want to build and I think JavaScript is like a good way to pretty much do everything. Because like here I'm using JavaScript to build a desktop app, which is like not the web, but I'm able to use JavaScript to build this app. Uh, you could use this. You could build a website like this. You could build an extension for like a website or something on Chrome. I've done that before. It's pretty flexible, and if you are trying to look for a job, JavaScript is really good for that as well because every company has a website. And let me see. What do I want to do? I feel like I'm console logging too much. This is all working as correctly. Maybe I need to add like a filtering. This music is too. What's the challenge that what have you been doing to learn so far? System. This may not need to be that important. Oh, free code site. Oh, is that free code? I've used this before. What is it? It's called Free Code Camp. I think I've used this before, but the way I learned how to code is I actually I didn't study coding at all. I went to like a coding boot camp. Oh, okay. I think this one's very good. I've heard very good things about this. I used it in the beginning also. They have like a lot of good stuff. Cause I think yeah, starting off with HTML and then you can add JavaScript on top of it, then it can become magic. Trying to debug what's going on here. So actually maybe do need to add these awaits. Just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do to fix this issue. Yeah, but I used to play a lot of video games too. I still do. And I just didn't realize, like, oh my god, like, I play so many video games. I should just like learn how to make video games, or I'm just on the computer all the time. Like, I should learn how to make stuff that, and like, kind of, like, obviously I'm interested in the computer and stuff. So why would I not have learned how to code and stuff? A sleep here for 1 second. Especially with ChatGPT, it is so much easier to learn, I bet. Like, Like I love what I can use it to explain stuff to me. So what do I expect out of this? So I'm currently running into a bug. April 2nd, 2025, currently running into a bug. When I click import, it doesn't update the transfer profile dot status to true to importing. It somehow brings it back to the original status. I think this has a check here that okay, so if the different types of statuses here. The programming bootcamp I went to was based on like, it's quite expensive, but the one I did, because I didn't have any money at the time, I went to one where if you only pay if you get a job. So they take like 18% of your first year salary, but this was 9 years ago. I don't know what it is now, but so if you got like a job that was like 100K or something, then they would take $18,000. Yeah. And I think there was like, I don't remember if there's a minimum or a maximum, but I did that because I wanted to reduce my risk because learning coding, I had to move up to the Bay Area and I had to, that's like super expensive. And then I also had to pay for the school. So I only paid after I got the job. So any of these, do I have an idle? I was 22, I think, idle. Let's see, where is, okay, I am going to set what I'm going to do. So in the next session, move this down, session 1. So basically what I do on these streams is I break up my work into 25 minutes and before the 25-minute block, which is like the pomodoro, I basically take a look at the stuff I want to do, write it down, and try to figure out something that I can do in 25 minutes, whether it's investigation or whether it's planning for the next session. And then after the 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. So I think I'm gonna do this next session, and then in the next 25 minutes, I will just take a break and we can chat. I just want to be locked in and finish this stuff. So here, my intention is, this is a really good way for me with like, I have a very hard time focusing, but this is the way to like gamify it and dopaminify it, I guess. So like, I can slowly get better at figuring it out. And then also like when I check out the sessions and I feel better about doing the work and stuff. So here I'm going to investigate why, investigate how to start the transfer profile as idle. Yeah, I get distracted really easily too. Like playing video games is just way more fun. I'm super addicted to Genshin Impact right now and Weathering Waves. And I honestly just took up like a whole year of my life just playing those gadget games. uh, but I think actually streaming has helped me because I have to have to be online and literally I can't be screwing around, so I have to be locked in. Update the scan transfer profile use effect to update the scan transfer to use to check if the transfer profile is idle. Test the app so that we can see the importing. Check importing status update in the top right and deleting. Okay. Result. Okay, so start off with session 1. Okay, then I'm going to start the Pomodoro timer. And then if everybody's also working at the same time, then we'll just start it and then get going. So import files. Oh, my my opinion on vibe coding. It's I actually had this thought while I was walking this morning, and I think vibe coding is always been a thing, whether or not they have AI or not. Because at work, people would just vibe code without AI and not have a plan and kind of just work on something, and then oh no, they worked on it for 2 months, and I guess now there's someone putting a lot of pressure on them to push this code or whatever into the repository. And then I guess that's vibe coding because people don't get to check it because they're just like forced to merge it because someone has worked hard on it and vibed it out. And then the vibes are that there's pressure. So then the code goes in, and then that's the code in there forever. So I don't believe vibe coding is anything new. With AI, but with AI, I guess it's happening a lot more. It's just trending. But in real life, it's just there's still people at the end of the day, and the code goes into the repo, and then we keep shoveling it up. Code keeps getting worse. Not that it's a good or bad thing. It's just a thing. Okay, so if I have this transfer profile and newly active transfer profile, if this doesn't exist, then most recent transfer profile added. So what I can do is here, I'm gonna spread this, and then status is equal to idle. I hope that okay, let's see what this is. Oh, I see, this is what it's expecting. So I guess I can add this here. Status idle. Okay, figuring out how to set it as idle. So then we need to update the use effect. Scan transfer profile here. And then I have code here that checks if it's this. So if transfer profile dot status does not equal. Okay. I don't really know what vibe coding is. From what I understand it is like you just tell the AI to do whatever, and then it kind of works. You test it, and you're like, oh, it's like magic, and then you just push it. Like whatever's like the first iteration ish rough draft, I guess, and you just like push it, right? But then the code may not be clean and may not have like good architecture or whatever. But that's my interpretation of vibe coding. Is it's okay. So we have this. Okay, let's import these over, and then what I want to see. So I've updated this. Test the app so that we can see the importing status. Okay, so in this component, just delete this console.log transfer active transfer profile.status. Okay, so what was happening before was it was kept flagging it back to the incorrect one. Okay, we're importing. Okay, that's great. Importing and then deleting. The deleting is just hecka fast, I guess. Oh, and this looks really bad when this is 2 lines, so I need to have some CSS here that truncates this. So here, like, this is the HTML you're probably learning. It's probably very hard to actually see, but essentially, like, the magic of this stuff is like, here's this HTML that you're learning, and then the JavaScript lets you like create this HTML also if you're using like a JavaScript framework. Instead of having it to be like static. Like all of this HTML is created by this JavaScript framework called React, and it renders all of this stuff here. So what was happening with the CSS is it needs to be truncated. How to truncate a line so that it doesn't wrap in the CSS. Instead ellipses Tailwind.js. Like I think this is fine. Like this is just really chill, like using AI to remember how to do things instead of doing it off the top of your head. This was like what we used to do just with Google. And then, yeah, I remember this, truncate. Okay, so go back to the footer. We have some text here, probably ready to import. And stat string ready to import this truncate. Okay. Then if this becomes small again. Okay, so these exist in the export. These should have been, these aren't deleted. Oh, did I actually delete it? Oh, these are already existed, so export tests. Is it this one, or is it this one? Yeah, move to trash. Test, okay. VSC. Oh yeah, setting up VS Code. Is VSC VS Code? this, so I'll have it. What are you? Oh, you're setting up VS Code for HTML, right? Or how are you editing your files otherwise? I'm not sure how free code camp does it. Okay, so I'm gonna screen this. Okay, let's try this again. I feel like AI is too slow still. Like me waiting all this time for like a short answer, this is just too slow. Like, oh, C++ and C sharp. Yeah, that's way too intense. Wow, this is such a very basic question and it's going ham, just asking away. During the 5 minute break, I can, if you have some questions on VS Code, I can pop up my VS Code and I can maybe help answer some of the questions you have. If you want to spend the next 13 minutes thinking about it, well, this AI takes a million years to to return this. Okay, I think it just went through my entire code base and just figured this out. Okay. Okay. Object.values. Okay. Alrighty, we'll check this out. So for files ready to import, what I think I did before was there was no files to delete. And then when we delete the files, let's see, export test, files ready to import, and import.ts. So I have a slow on this, and then we'll delete the files. Okay, let's try this out. Importing. Oh my god, look at that. And then deleting. Oh, oh my gosh, that's sick. Oh wow. Wait, that was so tight. That's not worked in months. I finally just figured it out. Wow, that is extremely satisfying. Oh, that's awesome. I'm real happy about that. But now I'm seeing this CSS issue. Okay, let me just file that away. This works. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I need to have like a bugs. List of bugs. Weird rendering of the footer can become too long or short, too short. Move the buttons over. Okay, so here, this guy maybe, oh, these all have a gap of 2. Maybe this needs to also, let me go into the footer. H12. Gap 2. No, I don't think gap works here because you have to justify between. That's okay. I don't think I want to add the stat string anymore. Okay. But I can use this for the top part. Scanned, and here go back to the Finder. And then I can move these files back here. I think I need to add a rescan button. Footer can become too short and move the buttons over. Maybe I should use solve a notion. Yeah. I can remember this in my head. What's in my to-do list? Actually, they got include this. Pop the window open. That could be useful. Okay. Import finished. What is this set? So the import is completed. What kind of message do I want to explain to the user once they a user, if they are file deleted. Is there a deleted done? Import out. Okay. File deleted. Where is this being used? I see. I see. Else. I think I could just say it's done. I think just switching this to done is better. Just add a type done. in this, I'd want to make sure that it's clear to the user that they're done, and then have a rescan function that they can call themselves, which I'm literally just call a refresh on the window. But let's go here and try to figure out how to implement this done. So if I have it, so this import completed, where was this even being used? Transport profile import completed. Yeah, I can just add it here. Oh my god, accidentally. This does not have access to the transfer profile? Nah, it definitely does. Possibly undefined. I'm very happy with that. That's a good one. Okay. And I need to update the type here. Honestly, done. Yeah. Maybe I really need to refactor this whole component. It's huge. Okay, let's try this again. We're importing. It's up here updating. Amazing. And then now we can delete it. And then we delete it. Done. Voila. Oh my goodness. That's huge. Amazing. So, oh wait, where did the files go? That's not good. Huh? Wait, bruh, the files are gone. Why did it delete the files at the door? Okay, well, okay, well, that's another bug. Is sometimes the files delete when they haven't imported successfully for some reason. Okay, I'll spend the next 35 seconds. Basically, we were able to successfully do the original intention of fixing the app status, the transfer. Okay. Oh, that's a horrible sound. Oh my gosh. Okay. We are done with the first session. So, duck. Let's see. back to the vibe coding topic. Oh, Pedro said that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, coding without I would think is vibe coding, but this vibe coding stuff is I don't know. It's like whatever. I feel like it's just overhyped to be like a big deal because coding is like super hard, and AI makes it easier, but still really hard. It makes some things really easy though, which is like amazing. But anything to make coding easier, I think it's good. Uh, yeah, I'm a big fan of using AI to enable, but I would definitely not afraid of it taking my job because, uh, or yeah, I think it's just makes people it raises the floor of software engineers probably so that people can do a better job. But I am using an app called Tray. Uh, it's made by TikTok. It's just a fork of VS Code, I'm pretty sure. Just do a lot. It's written in the same. So here's Tray. It's written in the same framework that I'm building this app in right now, which is Electron. So you can prove it by checking the frameworks. You can do this on Mac. I literally have no idea how to do this on Windows. Windows is beyond me on how to code. I feel like it's very, so you can go to frameworks, contents. No, I think it's show package info, the frameworks, and it'll show Electron. So I think Electron is still like one of the best ways to make a desktop application, especially cross-platform. Well, this is essentially VS Code, but they have ChatGPT built in here. So this is like DeepSeek. They have ChatGPT 4.0. They have Claude 3.7 Sonnet. And I guess like all of this is low-key free, which is like insane. But I'm just testing it out. Usually I use VS Code. Before I was paying for Cursor. Here's my VS Code. They have ChatGPT 4.0 here. So I thought it was good. I didn't think it was bad at all. It was decent. I'm just trying this out though. But yeah, Duck, if you need, do you have any questions on VS Code getting it set up? I can help you out. I have it open right here. Like let me actually close VS Code and then new window. Okay, so this is like empty VS Code, right? Close this. For me, for VS Code, I feel like if you're just working with like loose files and you don't have like a project, I think it's like typically just chill if you just open a folder like on your, it's AI completion. Oh, it's probably something. You can just literally just create like a new folder like anywhere and be like coding projects or something like that, and then open it, and then now this VS Code thing here, it's like I think this is getting cut off a bit, sorry, but now this is like your folder with like all your projects. And I think even if you're using Windows or using Mac or whatever, VS Code is usually the same because of Electron. It's all just a Chrome browser. So new file, new folder. The debugger. I actually never use the debugger. I pretty much never use it. I think almost all the time I do not use the debugger. But if you could give me some specific questions, I could, like, what kind of, like, you give me more details, like, are you using JavaScript? Are you, what are you running it with? Are you making like a new dot like a HTML file and then you're adding JavaScript here? Like you're adding like a script tag. Oh, I see. With C sharp. I I've never worked with C sharp before, so I wouldn't have any way to start getting the debugger working. I'm pretty sure C sharp is a compiled language, and I'm not sure how VS Code compiles the stuff. But getting you don't need to set up the debugger with VS Code with JavaScript and HTML, which is like good. But I think if you are doing your uh, free code camp like learning and stuff, you can just like create a VS Code folder like called coding projects or like something like that, and then you can create all your files here. Like if you're doing this like learning.js, then this you can like start writing functions in JavaScript. Like write me a circle. What's a circle? What do you use C sharp for? I don't even know. What what do people use C sharp to build? Is, is it for .NET or something? I'm pretty sure C sharp is used with, I think Unity is written in C sharp. Yeah, C sharp is a highly popular game development. Make a tic-tac-toe app in C sharp. Yeah, I guess maybe that would be hard. Maybe you could try asking it in JavaScript. Make it in JavaScript. Let me ask Perplexity right now. Build me a tic-tac-toe app in C sharp and give me the steps to get it working on my local computer. Oh, it's saying that you need Visual Studio, which is literally like a completely different app. Visual 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 Studio is like a completely uh, different thing, right? See, Visual Studio is the comprehensive uh, IDE for C++ and .NET developers, and then Visual Studio Code is for other stuff. So I think if you're trying to use Visual Studio Code to run C++ code, you'll probably have to download like a ton of different plugins and stuff to get it working, which would be like really, really frustrating. Or you can use Visual Studio, because Visual Studio uh, probably has a built-in like uh, compiler and all that kind of stuff. So basically all these languages, they don't just work immediately. It requires like a lot of stuff to like orchestrate it all together. And I'm pretty sure C++, C Sharp, and .NET, I don't know about .NET, but I think they're compiled languages and they require like that orchestration stuff. So Visual Studio, not Visual Studio Code, has that built in, but Visual Studio Code is more for like plebs like me who write JavaScript, and I think it's usually really good for a lot of different languages now. Like there's another company called IntelliJ. They make um, they make like a bunch of different uh, IDEs. It's an integrated development environment, so it has like all the stuff to build your code built in. So this one is called WebStorm. This one might be hard to read, but so they have like WebStorm, which is for JavaScript, Rust Rover, which is for Rust, RubyMine, which is for Ruby, Rider, I have no idea. PyCharm is for Python. PHP Storm is for PHP. IntelliJ is for Java and Kotlin. Golang is for Go. Fleet, no idea. No idea. Like all these IDs, I have no idea what they are. But basically, I think potentially if you want to retry asking ChatGPT to run a tic-tac-toe app for you, you might want to try Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio, not Visual Studio Code. But yeah, getting Visual Studio Code working for a lot of other stuff is definitely it's quite annoying. Even getting it working for JavaScript is a little bit annoying too. But yeah. So moving on, I mean, hope that helps. Obviously, asking you to do more work is not a good solution, but yeah, hopefully that helps a bit. Let's see. Session 2. That was a bit of a longer break, but productive, helping out the learnings. But what I want out of this is figure out, debug why the files actually get deleted and not get deleted, but are not getting transferred over and are in fact being deleted for some reason. Okay. This will be a good thing to figure out. So I will just spend the time debugging this. Alrighty. Let's move to the next session. Oh, that's horrible. That's a horrible sound. Okay, let's go. Yeah, if you want to, at the same time, you could be doing a session also and locking in. So here. But anyways, let's get going. For some reason, successfully imported files. This is getting passed in before it actually that is bad that those files got deleted. That would be very, very frustrating for a person. From the source. Yeah, this code ensures this. Destination path. Okay, well, we will do some tests. It is totally chill. Totally chill. Video, this one, import test. Just throw some random files. Let's just move like, what's this file? Oh, it's my dad. Let's move 3 files over here. Close this one. So everything is good here. Import. So here, so these files definitely exist. I can check the export test that they exist. They don't. Huh? Oh, they're getting created. Oh. 326 to 25. What is this? It's losing its. The files exist, but they're getting created on the wrong day, which makes no sense. Get info. Created. Interesting. Okay. Notes. Realize that the files that are created don't maintain their current metadata. They must be created so that they have the same creation date as the original file. Interesting. That's a big problem. These are all the same data. Importing. Ensure that the file's creation date is exactly the same as the original file. We need to keep all the metadata the same. Copying access data etc. I think that we are stripping some. Oh, God, I'm not using the copy. I'm using this freaking thing. Oh, when I switched to this read-write stream, that was the mistake of a lifetime. I don't I don't need all of this the individual files to be updated, I guess, potentially. Okay, maybe I'll try this out, this suggestion. This is what I was doing before. I wanted to get the... Gotta read the code first. See what's changed here. Let's see. Well, it's just this. Okay. We will try again. I'm surprised that these dates are actually. Oh wow, it actually is like legit. I see. What happened was that I moved to a readable stream to get the file upload progress, file transfer progress, but it ended up destroying the metadata on the files. So when you move the files again after, it messes it up. I may need to go back and update, use a script, clean up the dates on files that I already imported. Okay, that sucks, but that's my fault. Good lesson. Weird that this went here. Oh, because now, yeah, this is literally a today this file because it's, I see. Wow, that's such an edge case that is definitely going to be happening to users. So I'm glad I found that. So here what we really ideally would want to see is that the date remains the same. But this is kind of incorrect now because can I mess with the date on these? How to change the date added or created date on Mac OS of a video file. Oh, I can do set file. Okay. All right, let's. You ever know about this functionality? This is for the elite hackers. This is for the hacksaw extraordinaires. Do you see this? Copy paste that. It's obviously basic, right? But then but then I want this file, right? Drag that in. Bam! Oh my god, you see that path? Immediately just goes in there like that. And then I'm going to change the file here. So this file should now be, oh yeah, September 4th. September 4th. That's a good one. It's created on September 4th now. Or September 4th. Okay. Then I want to do that for all of the files. I think I just did that for the 13th. And I want to do that for the 15 one, and then bam. Okay, so these should actually get sorted into like a different thing, and hopefully it maintains its created date, which is the most important. Date added is not as important. Date created is the most important. So here, what I'll do is go back to my app. This can close. Go back to the app. And let's import these. Okay, so then we'll check in the Finder. These should have 2009, right? Or it's not. It's back to 326. Interesting. It keeps going back to this day. Why is it using this day? No, I don't want to. I'm going to delete these again, move to trash. Oh, but let's check when it was created. It's created the same friggin' time. It's not correct. But it's keeping this metadata, the 26th, and this is quite weird. Modified date versus created date. Interesting. This it's kind of no, that's not how. I'm gonna restart this whole thing. So this is on the 9/4. Import it. Okay, it works. Alrighty. So this copy sync is working, but I guess the import progress is no longer working, but it's chill because I'll just, if they're really big files, then I guess people would love to have that, but I don't know. Let me see. Is there any way for me to get access to all of that? Oh my god, I'm blind. Here. Is there a way for me to get the progress using fs.copy? Is this fs extra? Huh. Well, I guess you can do both and then pipeline and then preserve the metadata and then chmod it. I guess that's low-key chill. Also, let me test this out. So what I'll do is, oh yeah, I can just undo this. I'll try this one out to see if it works, and then I could still get this progress callback, which would be really nice. That's cool. It's a little shortcut. Okie dokie. Okie dokie artichoke. I'm gonna go open this up, delete all these files, these trash, refresh, and then yeah, we can just hit the import. Nope. Oh, yep, that works too. Wow, that's sweet. Okay, I'll keep this one. That's very good. So this keeps the data now. This is a very key thing. Hello, clicking frantically. Right now we're in the middle of a working session. Okay, I see a duck. Hi, Kyrie. Alrighty. I think that looks pretty good. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Then what I want to do is I want to add a refresh button in the top right. Shad CN refresh. See what he's got cooked up for here. I want to get a nice command data table. Nah. Scroll area. Pop over. I guess it would be nice to have like a. So I think what icon pack did I download in this? Icon. Oh, I got React icons. We can just do an icon button. Reload. One of these would be cute. Yeah, that's not bad. Header. Navbar, is that what it's called? Import magic. MPT. Oh, I am working on a file management app right now. Basically, I've been working on this app for the past 3 years, and I've just been distracted all the time because of like ADHD and a lot of different things. So I've decided to start streaming me working on it because it's the only way to keep myself accountable and not watching YouTube. So I am coding this app. Basically what it does is we're testing it right now, but what it does is it checks the files between two places. So I have this import folder. So this folder, I want to import the files into this export folder. So what it does is it checks to see which files are new and only imports the new files. It's very simple. So basically in this this screen is like I have this import test, it has these 3 files, and then it's checking inside of export test if these files exist. And if the files do not exist, then we want to import them. So here they're ready to be imported, and then we press import, and it imports them, importing the top. And then as these turn, this is not the end UI, but it's just a way to illustrate it. But as these import, then it turns red, and then you can delete the files from the thing from the beginning, so you can clean them up. So basically it's just to give you a sanity check. All these files exist, let's move them. And then if you want to delete them, you can delete them, and you don't need to worry about it. So then here, after this is done, it's done importing, and we refresh. Something's cooked. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's simple when you say it, but building it has been very complicated. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. Probably need to debug that issue. But you see here now we successfully imported the files. They actually exist in the destination folder. So then we can click open, and then we can open it up in the destination folder, and it will categorize it into this by date for you. So I'm working on a lot of different bugs right now, trying to get this ready and get it shipped. I think this is the only way for me to focus. Otherwise, I'll just be on YouTube wasting tons of time. So what I want to do, I think I have a button component already. Icon. So this guy has, I use this guy's thing for, I think he probably has an idea of an icon button here. Okay, let's hit one of these. Oh, it's very easy. Okay. Just copy paste that in into right here. I think honestly right next to this would be useful. Oops. Pull this one. Ah, it's not showing up. Oh, you're like that, huh? Huh. Not. This needs to go all the way down here. Okay. Then we need to find IO reload circle. Okay, buddy. For some reason, this isn't getting imported automatically, but it's chill. Just copy paste that. Okay, that looks horrible. That actually looks horrible. I am going to remove the background. I just want it to be the icon. I don't want it to, I guess it doesn't need an outline. Maybe that's the reason. No outline. Okay, so we have something like this. This looks quite ugly, honestly. The heck was this dude doing? Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna make this look better later, but okay, so we have finished that second session. So I am going to write the result. So the result was we were able to figure out why the files are not being transferred transferred over correctly, because they were using the new modified data as not being copied over correctly. This has now been fixed, and now we are adding a manual refresh button next to the import magic header. This we'll call the electron window refresh function. Okay, 3, get the styling of the input looking good, of the icon button looking good. Get the styling of the icon button looking good, and then and then call the Electron API to refresh the window or trigger a new scan profile call. Okay, sick. All right, let's take a short break. So 5 minutes. Who is Duck? I was supposed to answer Duck's questions about VS Code during the break, but he is walking. He or they are walking their dog. Sorry for assuming your gender, but yeah. Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm feeling good. Like, I'm surprised how much work I've gotten done in 50 minutes. Like, it's just doing the work is much easier this way for me. I don't know why. Like, I could think about doing work all day for a week and get less work done than actually I've gotten done just today. So definitely need to be consistently doing this more. Helps me out a lot. But after this, I need to edit some videos, but that might be a little too much. But yeah, definitely feeling. Oh, I did not start this stupid timer. I'll look up what is vibe coding. Oh, so you just ask AI and just copy paste. I mean, that's literally the same thing as what we were doing before. But I was working on Windows earlier. Windows is crazy. Ugh, so hard to get anything done on Windows. It's just that the file explorer is just the worst, and not having Unix is just it's actually just horrible. I tried getting Windows subsystem working, but Windows subsystem Linux or something working, but it just kept asking me to update my BIOS, and I only have a wireless keyboard, and that means when I turn off the computer and try to access the BIOS, it isn't activated yet. So that I can't go into the virtualization thing or whatever to turn it on. So I'm just using Windows PowerShell right now, and it's just driving me crazy. I was trying to download Python to add to OBS earlier because I wanted after you make a screen recording or on OBS, I wanted to like be able to name the file just to like say like what I did so I could remember it. And it's just like a simple setting the Python executable and then adding a script. It was just so difficult. It's like so annoying. I got like really tilted because it took me like 2 hours. But I finally got it. But Windows still mid. Maybe I need to go out and get a keyboard that's not wireless so I can turn on the BIOS on my computer. But yeah, I think I'm good with this. I'm gonna stop the break and just get ready to go. But anyone, if you want to do pomodoro also, basically what we do is say what we do. Well, like we name it and then we write the intention, like kind of the to-dos that we're gonna do in 25 minutes, and then we talk about the result after. But also, I need to. These are all getting paused. Before I think about it, I gotta commit this code before I forget. Okay. Transfer profile statuses are now working correctly, copying over metadata also. Okay, that should be good. Commit that. I don't know why it's committing so slow. Git status. Oh, it's actually slow. I'll just refresh this. Git Butler, what are you doing? Remove reset the no, that's not what I want. How do I just all of this stuff needs to be removed. How do I want to get reset or get rid of the modified state on a specific file? I know you have to check out or something, but you know, git checkout dash dash dot slash dot yarn. Okay, that's removed now. Okay, this guy's really, really slow. I guess maybe my repo is getting huge. Oh, it's still here. Ugh, just gotta go back to the old, tried and true. I was having an issue. I'm gonna just get Butler. Come on, there's no way. Git Butler will throw it away. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. This is a huge issue with Git Butler. This is so slow. And my Git log doesn't even work anymore. I have to use the app. Oh my God. Fix transfer profile status state and fix issue with transfer. Copy. Oh, it just takes forever. Okay, I need to ignore my DB. That's tray. Okay, let's just get started. Ignore get db.cqla and get ignore db dot. So stupid. What were they doing? Okay. Anyways, let's go back to the app. Looks like it's frozen for some reason. Okay. Yarn dev. Okie dokie. We want to make this not ugly. Might be a challenge. What is going on with this lag? Just re-rendering a lot. Okay. I have put this in an ugly state. Just going to restart the app. Well, we can. Don't want this. How do I close this? Keyboard shortcut. Command Shift M. What is this? Oh. Okay. Oh, justify between, but then if I put this into a div, okay, first I want to make this button look a lot like shit. I literally will just use a normal button. I'll just use a blank div. This doesn't look good. This is good enough. And then size equals 16. Size equals 24. Oh, that looks great, honestly. Does it look better here or to the right? I feel like it looks best next to, so. What if I just did? That does not look nice, but I'm gonna class name, flex, gap one. That looks okay. Then I just need to put add cursor pointer on hover. Add some accessibility with a div and typical effects on this file reload circle. If you look at this, this takes forever. Like, people are really using this to code. This is 10 seconds at this point. And for it to be fully done, it's like almost 20 seconds to get this. But if it, I guess it just takes a lot of the friction out of it, which is really great, especially for me. Okay. That is not what I want. Didn't even work, bro. It's probably better to do this. I don't know why it takes away the styling, but that definitely doesn't work. It's likely because the draggable. Let me just see if the click works though. Oh, it's because it's just in this area. Oh, you can't even click it. I see. It's because I added the draggable class. The draggable class interferes the hover and clicks. Oh, maybe I can just add undraggable to this place. Could be a good solution. This is an interesting problem. What I could do is I could add the draggable to everything else other than this part. Oh, that's kind of a hack, I feel like, too. Okay, well, we could try this. Oh, no, it's dot. Not draggable, not undraggable. Interesting. Oh, it fixed. Hey, that's pretty nice. Using tailwind animates. Yes, it says, can you rotate the icon or button like 90 degrees? Hold on 1 second. Now this is fire. Using AI for animations gotta be lit. I saved hell of time for sure. I kind of don't think I want to use this DeepSeek anymore. Just too slow. Like, I don't know what the difference between DeepSeek V. It just talks to itself too much. No way. It's even smart. It even says it's getting a bit complicated. I just want all in Tailwind, but at this point, I'm just gonna look it up. Tailwind animate. Oh, literally, you could just hit one of these. Well, the AI is still going. It's still going. And I just figured out how to do it like right away. It's just that's so funny. Oh my god. That's cute. That's cute. And you click it, it works. Oh yeah, okay, alrighty. Let's do some stuff with CN. Okay, that looks better. Alrighty, and then I need to Electron. No, I should definitely do this without refreshing the page. Use runtime file system. And here I'm going to need to create a new function that calls scan transfer profile. I think it would be best if I put this out. Does it I don't think it's using anything, so it's fine. Okay, we'll just see if I pass this in here. If this works, that would be kind of nice. Okay, let's try that. Okay, that's lit. Let's try the new scan. So I am going to delete these. That's not going to trigger anything in here, but I could hit a. Oh, Lakers! Let's go Lakers! I'm redoing the scans and everything. And then we can do one of these where we import it. Right. And they're showing up. No. And I'll hit a rescan. And then they're there. Dang, that's sick. Damn. That's dope. So after that, let's just let's update this. Update. So that needs to change. I don't know what this is, man. Oh, I wouldn't want to do that. That sounds annoying. I hate. Interesting that you need to use that, but let's use AI to wrap it up. Try that. That's, whoa, this is big mad. Huh? Oh, it's the code is all messed up. I had to do it myself. Alright, let me import this. Okay, that should be okay now. Hey, you know what? We'll be able to use this function now in a lot of different places. We should call this after we done. Okay, that's cool. Delete these files, put to trash. Now after it's done, it should incorrect. Incorrect behavior, I guess. Interesting issue. Oh, it does rescan it, but it rescans it incorrectly. That's the problem. Is it's rescanned incorrectly. Probably because the informatic volumes actually aren't updated potentially. I think it's because of this use callback. I freaking hate use callback. I think it is the most annoying thing. I got into such a huge fight with one of my coworkers, like when use callback. I freaking hate use callback. Okay. See if this issue persists. Eventually it gets into a state where it's just not happy. Interestingly enough, I need to close this. for these. Yep, the scan, it's totally fine. The scan logic is what is, there's a bug to it. If I add this callback. Oh, once the file is moved over, I'm not updating it. I see. So this also needs to update we need to create a new file here also. Oh, state management. What a nightmare. Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, we're doing this. I'm gonna spend the rest of the time figuring out this next thing. The next session should be a solid one. A lot of good work will be done. So I realize was able to get all of the work, the tasks completed with a bit of time to spare. Realize that there is an issue with the runtime file system when we add new files to the destination. We do not update the runtime file system to include these files. We need to spend time to add the file. We need to call system to add these files when we are copying them over. Okay, so session 4 is going to be intention. It's going to just be update the runtime file system to add the files. The files when they are imported to the destination. Alrighty, that should be good. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then I'm going to start a short break and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Just need to pee. Oh my god, what the fucking shit? Trump, you piece of shit. What the fuck? Oh my god, my mic is on. Holy shit, sorry about that. That's embarrassing. Holy, I just checked the stock market. That's not fucking lit. Oh shit. What the fuck is that? I should not have done that. I gotta lock in on. I'm doing this, bro. Wow, the stock market is cooked. Wow. I have a portfolio just took like a huge shit, like 10%. That's crazy. Whew. Oh my god. That's actually depressing. That's depressing. Just to commit this code. Styling. Rescaling. Okay, nice. My god. How could how could how can she slap? How can she slap me? Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm good. I'm gonna hit one more of these and then I'm gonna recoil. That's so bad. Wow, that's so bad. Okay. If we could get this done today, that would be a huge success. All right. Files table. So here we need to create a new file. Where do I use this to create the files? Helpers? Nope. Insert. Okay, so there's a lot of information here. Welcome back, Duck. We are hitting the last Pomodoro session, and then we could just chill for a little bit at the end, and then I'm gonna end the stream. What kind of dog do you have? I like dogs. Oh, that's a nice dog. German Shepherd. I'm running into kind of a blocker here, so what I could do is I could query the file from the database and the other thing and then copy it over and create a new one. That's probably what I would need to do, or I can, after it's created, do I have all this information? Do I have the ID? check out this guy, this guy. Yeah, I think we'll do like a 10-minute Q&A. That sounds good. Yeah, if you have any questions, we can hit that up, and basically I can chat, and then I'll end the stream. It could be 10 minutes, it could be a little bit longer. Depends on the vibes. I'm feeling very good after just 2 hours of work. Amazing. Just copy file to destination. So what I've done here is I've passed in this, but I actually need to also pass in the import magic volume at the same time. That's it's kind of tricky. And I also looked at the stream. I am not doing the lo-fi right now, so I think put on some lo-fi. I think this is almost all AI music, unfortunately. I don't like this playlist. This was good. Little flower. I put some of these in my YouTube videos. Okay, copy file destination. I mean, it's really fast. Let me just. The source path is different than destination though, so unfortunately I just need to add these. So what I need to do here is I have this, I have all these other data, but I don't have the import magic volume ID. So I guess I'll just pass that in to make it simpler in a way. Copy file to destination. This needs to. Oh gosh, this is just so ugly. Yes, it needs to pass into more parameters here. One. I want to refactor it so that this takes a object as opposed to 4 arguments. The first 2 arguments refactor. Okay, so that will be good once I get the IDs. Then I can query the ID of the file and its path, its source path, and then I can copy that over with the destination and copy that over with the import magic volume ID. Okay. Okay, apply this with AI. Okie dokie. Okay, I gotta go lickety split now. Running out of time. AI failed me there, but it's okay. I guess they also did it failed me there too, but it's okay. Then okay, here I need to write. For the source dot path and source dot id, then copy. Then we need to create a new file on the files table for the destination dot path. All right, if AI can do this, it'll be insane. I kind of know how to do it, but I'd have to ask it for the syntax on how to write these queries. But if it could like read this file, read my database schema, do all this, that would be insane. All right, let's fuck it, let's try that. Oh, that's not the right place to put it. This, and copy it, and then put that here. Okay. Fresh? When are we using fresh? When are we calling make stale? Am I even using this? Handle volume remove to every space. Oh, we are using this. Okay. I don't remember why I made this function, but it's doing something. That's definitely, most definitely fresh. Okay, so new file. Oh, I don't need to return nothing. Okay, let's try that out. Okay, we can do a test, remove all of these. Move to trash. Just refresh that. Import all that good stuff. Hey Don. Oh, this didn't work. Hi Don. I'm making an app where basically you can check two folders. Like this import is just my test folder, but it's checking to see in this export test folder if the files exist or not. And it only imports the files that are brand new. So it's like a tool that I've been using for my camera. So whenever I take new video and stuff, I want to import it into my computer, but I don't want to like go through and check to see like which are the new files or whatever. So I built this for that. And I'm trying to get it to work. Yeah, it's like a data transfer, exactly. It's to simplify data transfer so you have peace of mind. Because you have like, the thing with this is you can use your whole computer. So you don't need to stress about like file management or anything. You'll just check your whole computer and then do it like that. So what's going on here? Console.log, destination.path, destination.id. Let's add a try here, let's add a catch here. What's Temple OS? I'm building this app with Electron. I don't know what Temple OS is, but I could take a look at it after I'm done working this session. So what's going on with this is, okay, so that's working. If I scan this again, it messes up each time. Oh, well, I'm using Mac OS. I'm not using Temple OS. Is that Temple OS is Linux? This issue is still happening, even though I'm importing this stuff. Did I have any errors here? Interesting. Okay, so open this. Let me try to fix it. I think my mic is messed up. Let's see this. Hello? Testing, testing. Uh, this thing, when I held up, this is a hard drive. Yeah, is the mic working? Okay, awesome, thank you. This is a 4 terabyte hard drive I got in Taiwan, and I need to fill this up and archive all of the files that I have. This has been a huge blocker for making videos because like you ever just procrastinate so hard you create a whole entire app? Oh, this is what's happened. It's error. It's a unique constraint. I see. Okay, but I think we are good here. Then I'm gonna stop and just end early. It's a good stopping point. Tomorrow I'm going to work on getting the filtering working. Yeah, this is crazy. This is 4 terabytes. So small. It's insane. The technology is going crazy with these NVMe drives or whatever. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna work on filtering, which is like gonna have more like choosing of the rules, I guess, like a choosing of the files. So basically, I just want to implement like some really simple date-based filtering. So a user can select a date and then it'd be like all the files from this time to this time, or this file, or like new files or whatever. This is the only files I want to import, because what I want to do is I want to hook up this to my computer and then move a bunch of files over. So that would be like a really good test if we can get it going. Yeah, we'll just chill. I'm done with my work today. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you have any questions about coding or whatever, feel free to ask. I'll stay on for a bit, but then I need to prepare dinner. I'm going to commit all this code. Great. Scanning is now working. Tomorrow, working on getting file filtering working. Guess I can look at glide table. Is there a way to filter out the data? As someone who never coded before, then move on to complex things like Unity after. I don't know if I 100% agree with that, because I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to first start out with coding what you like want to create, I guess, because then it gives you like more intrinsic motivation to uh, do it, I guess. So like for me, like I really wanted to be a software engineer because I didn't have any career prospects after graduating college. So this was like kind of like life or death to get a job, and then the easiest way to get a job was to learn. Easiest way to get a job was to learn web development because this is really hot at the time. So because I really wanted to learn it, I had a lot of motivation to do it. But I think if you're just learning simply just because people say learn web development first, but you don't like making websites, or like you won't have any like motivation, it's kind of not going to go anywhere because you might like not learn coding and you might not make it to learning Unity or whatever. But I haven't coded in Unity ever, and I have watched a lot of like game development on YouTube, which seems really sick, like a lot of game development vlogs. And I think those are super cool because I think if you want to learn how to code and you have this like uh, idea of like what you want to do when you learn how to code, like that is more important, I feel like, than just learning something because it's like a baby steps to get to the thing. Because for me, like I'm like a pretty excellent web developer, but like I have like 9 years of experience coding apps and stuff, but I wouldn't have a single idea how to code a game. So like the idea that you learn web development first and then you can like graduate to learning game development, I think is potentially a misnomer. And I think it's more important to figure out what you want to do, what your goals are, because like being able to be good at that will kind of be that dopamine refilling like cycle. It's like if you really want to make a game, just make a simple game. Like uh, I'm making this app and just like doing these features, and like I really want to make this app because it literally makes my life a lot easier as a content creator. And because it makes my life so much easier, I've had a lot of motivation to finish this. Like this has always been on my mind for like 3 years. So I would say focus on that. But as a web developer, I have a lot of fun making apps and websites and stuff. And professionally, I've worked a lot with JavaScript, and I think it's quite fun. But yeah, TLDR, it's whatever you want to do. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, that. I think if you like making games is hard. Making a fun game is even harder. Making something useful for yourself is potentially also is also hard, but when you finish it, it will be useful to you, so it will be valuable in that way. How I actually got into coding at all was I was working this internship in college, but it was like just some random one I found on Indeed that wasn't even like related to my major at all because I couldn't find anything. And they just literally sat me in front of a computer for 10 hours a day when I just doing Excel and doing like these tables. I forgot what they were called, like slice tables or pivot tables. I was just doing pivot tables all day and like doing like a lot of data analysis. And I ended up learning that there's like this thing called Visual Basic, which is like the coding language for Excel. And I just started coding Visual Basic to automate my job, because instead of spending 10 hours locked in doing pivot tables, I spent like maybe 100 hours working on scripts to learn how to code. First of all, that includes time learning how to code. Didn't know how to code at all. And then after I learned how to code, very basically, this was before ChatGPT and all that, I was just like, okay, like I want this to do this and this to do this and programmatically do this. So instead of taking 10 hours, it would literally take like 5 minutes to do my job, and I would just sit there and chill. And then I was like, yo, this is pretty sick. Like, coding is pretty sick. Saves me a lot of time in my life. uh, I'm in college. I majored in chemical engineering, just because I really liked chemistry, and I think that's what it's annoying, is that I think chemical engineering has one of the best marketing ever. Oh, my wife is calling. I have to go. I will. I'm ending the stream. I'm sorry. Story time tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you for joining. Goodbye. See ya. Hello? Hey. How,